Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Angelica Robbins, and I'm excited to be able to share a little bit about my journey and, just share my heart about some things as it relates to health, dieting, and also recipes. And, my journey with my husband has been the most precious thing to me. And I just wanted to invite you on this journey and just share a couple of tips, ways on how to make your life a lot more healthier and how to enjoy the things that you eat. And I'm just here for it all. So I just wanted to share a little bit about how I started this journey. My husband, who at the age of 26 had a surgery that was pretty invasive, open heart surgery, that left him with having to take specific medications to thin his blood. He had an aortic mechanical heart valve replaced in his heart. And so what that means is that he had to be on medication to thin his blood to allow his heart to be able to function properly, as it were to be as a normal heart. And so when he started taking the medications at that age, he noticed that he had a lot of side effects due to the medication. And when he found out later on how bad it was on his body and how his body was responding, he and I decided that we would take an alternate route to alleviate his health concerns and condition. And I remember him telling me how hard these conversations would be with the doctors, because at the time when he had the surgery, we hadn't met yet. And he would share with me just how, crucial it was for him to be able to take this medication, and how the effects would be if he didn't take that. And so, so when we would go to these, meetings or these appointments, the doctors would share if he didn't do that, that he would be at risk for having strokes or even heart attacks, heart failure, paralysis, even that to that degree and that extent, or to even causing death. And so to have these kind of conversations and be in these appointments was pretty tough for me when I started going to them. But also hearing my husband and seeing him go through a series of moments where he wasn't doing fine when he did take the medication, and how it was affecting his health then, and then realizing proactively that if he continued that route, that would mean that some parts of his body would not function normally in the future. Because when you take medications such as blood thinners, what it's doing, and this one in particular, it's called Warfarin. What it does is it manipulates certain parts of your organs to shut off so that the medication can thin the blood naturally and not bypass certain parts of the organ of the body. And so if you do that for such a long time, it doesn't allow the organ to work properly like it would for someone that doesn't take warfarin, thus later on having issues with those parts of organs of the body. And so thinking about how that could affect his health later on really alarmed us. And also the side effects that he was having while he was on that medication were very disheartening. He was not able to do normal things. And for him, health is everything. He is a dancer and entertainer. And for him, he has to have energy. And so he was lacking all these areas where it was affecting his day-to-day things. And so we ended up going to this appointment, and it seems as it was like doom and gloom, no lie. The doctor literally was huffing and puffing under his mask. This is no exaggeration. Because my husband was sharing his heart about how he really did not like being on this medication. If there was any other alternate route we could take, that is what we wanted to do. And this doctor was very convinced that there was not. And so after hearing all of the issues that could come about, we came home. I lost it. I cried, because hearing all of that could happen to your best friend, and that there is no route in sight that we could take or do, was very you know, it was very tragic, very traumatic for me. And so that day we went into prayer, and the following day, a friend of ours sent us a message who had no idea about what had just happened, shared his heart about some doctors to look into. I did some research. I found a dietitian, set an appointment, went to see him, shared my heart about, you know, us wanting to take this route. And with that being said, gave me a specific regimen, gave us another route to do it holistically. And so this is our journey. This is why I'm extremely passionate about giving something to others that could change their life and improve their health and their lifestyle, and also the longevity of why they're here, and experience life and life more abundantly. We talk about this all the time when we go to church, that Christ came to give us life and life more abundantly. And so even in our health and even in our relationships, it shouldn't just be a spiritual thing. It should be something that is overall, like the whole person. We honestly have that conviction that it should be in every area of our lives. And so we're set on this journey. There is a team of doctors that have come alongside us to back us in this strategy of having to do this in a healthy, holistic, natural way of thinning his blood. And we have joy now. And so there's some strategies and some recipes that I'm specifically going to target for thinning blood, for problems that maybe a patient or an individual might come on here that might have issues with their heart healthy tips and foods, things that you can do, like just very generic in your foods that will improve the taste of your food, and also give you what your body needs to be able to work and function properly. And so I'm excited to be able to be on this journey with you guys, to share my heart, to share my convictions, and to share that life can be lived so much more abundantly, because Christ paid a price for that. And I know that some people may not believe in God, may not even believe in Jesus, but I am a believer, and I know that my faith has been what has grounded me, because I know that God did that for us. And so if you're coming to this channel and you by chance happen to see this, I hope that this encourages you in your walk. And I hope that this is able to elevate you in your lifestyle choices and in your health.